All right, now may I say all condolences to the rap critic. I may have sound like a needy girlfriend asking you when we gonna get this shit popping off, but I just really cared. But to hear about your situation, I know about it, and it's all right, man. All prayers go out to you before I start this review. So yeah, let's just start this review then. So of course, Playboi Carti, he is the person who gave the Carti curse to the Triple XL, and of course, the Carti curse still hits today because nobody wants to be on Triple XL because after that horrible fucking trashy freestyle he did, just made them all look like clowns. So of course, Playboi Carti, also the Carti curse really hit to the Aesop mob because after they featured him on their mixtape, just all their careers went down the toilet pretty much. Aesop Ferg, he of course dropped the album, which nobody really heard about it. All Aesop Rocky singles are really not popping off like that. And the other people of the group was irrelevant to begin with. Sorry to say that, but it's true. So yeah, but Playboi Carti, he finessed a lot of niggas when he came out with that Carti tape, and Magnolia was pretty solid, you know, and also Woke Up was pretty nice, with little Uzi Ferb, and little Uzi Ferb is featured on this album again, but hey, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, Cardi, he of course, and a lot of people was bumping it, and even I liked it a little bit. But I have to say, I was worried about Playboi Carti limited talents, and mostly it was due to his producers that his shit popped off. So I thought usually it's the second or sophomore album that really shows that somebody's going to fall the fuck off. And it's pretty ironic that you're talking about falling off when he's literally jumping into the crowd, like he's a rock star. And I seen the girl with the like hair that's really like a porcupine and shit and whatever on this album, and I thought, oh shoot, he's gonna try something new. Maybe he's going to a new rock direction, but nah, he did go through a new rock direction, rock bottom, to tell you the truth. Guys, there's a reason why this album Die Lit sounds like toilet when you really say it fast, or it rhymes with toilet because this album is shit and it's over bloated. To tell you the truth, how over bloated it is, we have two tracks that says R.I.P. We have two tracks that says time in it, and yeah. And to top it off, a whole album about the same generic shit over and over again. It's just horrible, man. Starting off with a track called Long Time, which is a intro track, and at least he admits that his intros are very fucking long. Kind of remind me of KOD, which really had like an outro track, I think that was long. And speaking of KOD, he literally have a song called KOD, which I think maybe could be a reference to J. Cole, or maybe it could be Kids on Drugs, or I don't know, something else like kinda off. I don't know. Just KOD could mean kind of dumb, which is what I would say that his really like idea of dropping this album with no single. Not that any of the singles would pop, but still kind of dumb, really, to tell you the truth. So we get to the first track that says R.I.P., of course, and he does what his contemporaries do in this generation. He says fuck mumble rap, which of course already been done by 2 Chainz and the Amigos. Kind of funny that he's still doing that. And also he says that he can bag Rihanna. Okay, that's something that his contemporaries is doing. I think who was it? Hold on. Aesop Ferg, who says that he can fuck Rihanna first. So yeah. So you have a song called Lean for Life, you know, and I thought after, you know, Aesop Yams died that the whole Aesop squad would stop using lean or at least stop rhyming about it. All right, so you have Old Money where he says that he gets a pretty boy manicure and that he left his bitch at home and told her to go fuck herself, which, you know, seems a little bit rude to tell you the truth. Like, not like bawling rude and shit like that. Not even that clever, just pretty damn rude. All right, so love hurt, but biting hurts more. Did this guy literally take like Yachty whole thing where he calls himself Boat to tell you the truth? Like, hey. And then there's nonsensical rhymes like he says white on rice, diamonds ice. Like, how does that even connect at all? Oh yes, and the song Shooter where he says money on the floor like shoes. Well, I was thinking at least he upgraded from socks, so hey. Now the song right now is pretty impressive because it impressed me being the most boring part of the album. And this is just a dumpster fire. How are you the most boring part of the album in a freaking dumpster fire? All right, Poke It Out has a very much one of the best Nicki Minaj features. You know, she also had a pretty good feature on Post Malone. You know, she's the only one that says marketable shit on here. Like, she says, "All my customers come back like come again." Like, had that line that was pretty cool. Also, she says that she's the best feature coming out of New York since FaceTime, which I thought was a pretty cool line. Now, Fell in Love have a song by have Bryson Tiller featuring on the song, which is pretty cool. You know, he did that feature with Rihanna, so he has a more better chance of smashing Rihanna than Playboi Carti, if you ask me. All right, so on the song feature, he has a line where he says strapped like a dyke, which is overplayed, like little metaphor, like bitch. All right, the song Pull Up is, I guess it earned its name because it's a random collection of shit thrown together. So, hey, Mileage must have been rapped from the standpoint of Robin Thicke's dick because, you know, of course, he talks about Miley Cyrus having some mileage in that pussy. And hey, and also there's a reference to Kanye West that was pretty, I should say, off-putting since any Kanye West reference, like after that slavery comment, really sucks. All right, so of course he gives us another horrible freestyle, which this is the worst freestyle he did since the double XL one, to tell you the truth. Now, No Time, we went from Long Time to No Time, which is how I guess explains how this album was made. Because after the critical reception of his last album and all that money, he decided, oh shit, I have plenty of time to slack off and not do shit. And then when like 1 to 2 years pass, he's like, oh, let me put this shit together. All right, so middle of the summer is pretty ironic because he released this in like the beginning of the summer. So yeah, that's pretty something to, I guess, point out. All right, Chopper Won't Miss, of course, have a pretty much recycled line from Magnolia. That's pretty bad. R.I.P. Fredo, of course, it has no reference to Fredo at all. This guy does not know how to make a tribute song unless it's telling you like the experience of Fredo's lifestyle and how he was a thug. It's pretty much shit. Top, of course, I named it Flop because this is what this album's gonna do, you know. And also, I think it's a little bit inappropriate that you say that you put a bitch on drugs after, you know, Fredo died of drugs. A little bit sad. Overall, this album sucks. It's just horrible. It's over bloated and underperformed when it comes to the subject matter. It's pretty shit. And I'm gonna give it a 2. It's just bad. So please like, subscribe, share this video, and shout out to the rapper viewer.